Let's make some cinnamon rolls for our vacation. Woo woo! I was so excited for these because I have been craving cinnamon rolls and I just wanted a small batch. So that's what I decided to make before we went up camping at Mount Hood at Timothy Lake, and it was a wonderful time. Let's get into making the cinnamon rolls. For the small batch cinnamon rolls, we are going to add in 1/4 cup of warm milk, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast. And go ahead and stir that together. And you're going to let that bloom for about 5 or 10 minutes, just until bubbles come up. Next, you're going to add 3 tablespoons of butter. Okay, little guy, go. And 1 large egg that's room temperature. Just mix it together. After the butter and the egg have been mixed in a little bit, you're going to add in 1 cup of flour to start. You're only going to use about 1 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour, but let's start with 1 cup, mix it together, and then add another 1/3 of a cup at a time until we need it all. That is 1 cup of flour, and it's still extremely sticky, so we're going to add another 1/3 of a cup, mix it together again. So the recipe says that you're going to need 1 2/3 cup, but to add the 1/3 of a cup at a time. I don't think you're going to need the whole thing. I just added 1 1/3 cup, and that's pretty perfect. So we're going to make it into a bowl, and then we're going to put it in our oiled bowl, mix that all around, throw some saran wrap over it, and let it sit for about an hour in a warm place. What was that gasp? Hour until it's doubled in size. Alright, it's doubled in size. That's beautiful. Now I'm just going to put it right onto my floured surface. I'm going to roll it out into a rectangle as much as possible. For the filling, we've got 1/2 cup of brown sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm just going to mix that together so that it's all ready. To the dough, we added about 2 or 3 tablespoons of softened butter, and I just spread it everywhere. You want to get it all the way to the edges. This one will go a little farther to the edge. And then with your brown sugar cinnamon mixture, you're just going to sprinkle it all on top. Just a nice even layer across it. Take your hands to even it all out and just spread it all around. Make sure you write love in it because your food should be made with love. That's also just something my boss taught me when I worked at a bakery. He said you should do that with every cinnamon roll and it will come out better. And I don't know if it's a myth, I don't know if it's real, but when I do it, they do tend to come out better. So I'm gonna keep doing it. Now you are going to start rolling it towards you, and you're just gonna make it, I don't know if you can see it or not, make it as thin as possible and just keep going and going and going. You want really a tight roll, so that when you cut it, you have lots of those circular shapes, the swirls. For the one on the end right here, I just kind of pull it to the ends and make sure that they're all right there. Another thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna go like this along it, make sure all that sugar inside has been evenly distributed, and then I just squish it a little together so that it's a fat little log. And then I cut it with my butter knife. Had butter on it. I'm gonna cut it into 6, I think. So cut it in half and then 1/3. And let's see. Those aren't as tight as I want, but that's okay. Put them in a buttered dish, and then right in the middle, you're just gonna squish each one down and then let them rise for about 20 minutes. You kind of squish them down so that they rise up, and it gives them a little chance of rising up. Yeah, and then we're going to cover the saran wrap and let it sit for 20 minutes. They've risen a little bit, so we put some heavy cream on them, and now we're going to bake at 375 for about 12 to 18 minutes. I'm probably going to do 10 minutes, rotate, do another 5, and keep doing it until they're done. They ended up baking for about 20 minutes almost, maybe 18 or so, and that's how they came out so beautiful. Now we're going to make the frosting, which is 2 tablespoons of softened butter, teaspoon of vanilla, 1 cup of powdered sugar, and then like a tablespoon of heavy cream. You're just going to mix that all together, and you can do this in a KitchenAid or whatever you've got, but just mix it all together. It's like a beautiful frosting. There's the frosting. It's super smooth, mixed together. And there's our frosted cinnamon roll. Looks amazing. Let's eat it and see how we like it.